The golden trumpets of daffodils in bloom are a sure sign that spring has sprung. And for over 80 years, thousands of dancing daffodils have dotted the hillside at Laurel Ridge Foundation. Generations have visited, and in this week's road trip close to home, News 12 photojournalist Lori Golias takes us to the Litchfield section of Litchfield.
We're in the foothills of the Berkshires, and so there are nice hills around here. The area of 254 that you come off of is actually designated a scenic historic area, so there are nice big sweeping open views. We're in the south part of Litchfield on Wigwam Road. My parents, Virginia and Remy Morisani, started this, and they planted the first bulbs in the fall of 1941. She had always been struck by the Wordsworth poem. I think you can see 10,000 daffodils at a glance. And she thought, well, I'd love to see what that looks like. And so she planted 10,000 daffodils. When daffodils grow, they basically duplicate themselves every year. So one bulb becomes two bulbs becomes four bulbs, and so on. So at the end of the growing season, typically in June or July, you dig up where there was a cluster of bulbs, you separate them, you dry them out over the summer, and then in the fall you replant the bulbs. They did the separating and the replanting up until the mid-50s. And the area expanded a little bit. We originally started with probably a several acre piece, but it's expanded, and I'd say it now encompasses maybe 12 acres. Anytime you see stone walls, you know that that land was cultivated, because the stones came from farmers plowing the field and digging up stones, and they had to do something with the stones, so they stuck them in a wall. So this area was originally grazed with sheep, and then eventually it was more of a dairy farm area, which is what my parents started back in 1941. The yellow daffodils come out first. And then a couple of weeks later, you'll start to see the whites come out, and the yellows will last usually 3 to 4 weeks, and then you have whites. If I had to guess right now, I'd say peak would be around the end of the month, and they would continue on they might make it to Mother's Day this year. And it's lovely to come down, particularly when they're in full bloom. The smell is fantastic, and it's nice and peaceful to be down here. I think this is a very quiet place, and is a place of, a place of nature. For people coming here, we hope you enjoy it. Have a good time.